Now, if you're wondering how to keep your energy bills down this year without remortgaging your house or selling your soul, here's Harry Wallop with some money-saving tips.
Does he just tell you to put on a jumper?
Is Harry Wallop your mother?
No.
Then no.
Unless you've been living in a cave for the last year, you'll know that there's been one topic that has dominated the news, our politics, our nightmares, and that is the price of our energy bills going up and up. Now, usually someone like me would recommend that the solution is to shop around and switch to a cheaper energy supplier. But I'm afraid to say that's pointless at the moment. It's not even worth signing up to one of those automatic switching sites. And that's because pretty much the cheapest tariff out there from any energy supplier is the same as the energy cap. That is the maximum amount that gas and electricity companies are allowed to charge to consumers. So, what can you do? Well, one way of lowering your energy bills is to use less energy. Now, some of the energy companies, and indeed some experts, have suggested that you can save a lot of money by going around at night and turning off your switches at the wall. British Gas even has suggested a typical household could save £110 a year by cutting back on so-called vampire energy. This is when standby mode uses up lots of power. Well, I'm here to tell you that's mostly complete tosh. Leaving your kettle, your TV or your laptop in standby mode will cost you pennies rather than pounds throughout a year. Why? Because gadgets have improved dramatically over the last decade when it comes to energy efficiency, especially when in standby mode. And most of these scare stories are based on very old electronics. Now, it is true that some gadgets use up an awful lot of energy to do their job, so if you're clever, you can save some money with a few nifty moves. First tip is to do with kettles. Now, you probably know this, but it is worth reiterating. Kettles are surprisingly power hungry. Your typical kettle is 3 kilowatts. So, based on current prices at time of filming, a couple, both of whom enjoy 3 or 4 cups of tea or coffee a day, if they fill the water all the way up to the top of the kettle, rather than with the right amount, they're wasting £30 a year. The easy solution? Well, fill up your mug with water, tip the water into the kettle, boil the kettle. Measure it, don't guess it, and you could save money. Second, electric showers. Again, a very power-hungry machine. Your typical family, who in total spend an hour and a half a week having hot showers over the course of the year, that adds up to £160. If you can cut your shower time in half, you're saving £80 a year. And then there's games consoles. That's one bit of kit actually that can be quite power hungry when it comes to standby mode. You can tell because you put your hand on top of them, they can often feel quite hot, and that heat is wasted energy and a sign that your energy bills are being hammered. And Xbox Series X has something called Instant On mode, which allows you to jump straight back into a game without any delay. But the problem is that will cost you £30 if you leave it in that mode all year long. The trick is to make sure you default to energy saver mode. And the charge for that is just £1 a year. The key message from me here is don't stress about going around and turning off your plugs at night. Instead, focus on just a small number of appliances.